Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Boost Hunter Garage. Today we're going to have a quick one here. We're just going to do a bit of debadging on the 07 here. I'll just show you guys how I do it. I've definitely screwed up in the past and someone showed me how to do it this way and it seems to work good now. I'll show you here first what we're going to take off. So we're just going to end up taking this Cummins emblem off, this emblem off, and this trim, which this trim's already kind of starting to come off. I mean, this truck spent most of its life down in Arizona in the heat, so lots of this adhesive is already kind of coming off. I actually already did the other side probably 6 months ago. It was basically coming off. So you can see it's all off there, and kind of you can see it leaves this a bit around it, but when we buff the truck and fix that all up, that'll go away. So yeah, I'm just gonna I'll probably just give it a quick rinse just to make sure there's no grime around it, just so we don't scratch it up even more. And I'll just show you first what I use to take it off. All right, so all I use is some fishing line. This is just some cheap stuff I honestly think I picked up from the dollar store. Would be better if you use something like a higher strength rating. This is just 10-pound line. Sometimes does break when I've used it in the past, but yeah, that's all I use. So then once you use that to kind of cut in behind, I'll show you how I do that. And then after, just to get all the residue and leftover like glue and stuff, I just use this rubber eraser. I just picked this up on Amazon. I'll try to find the link and post it below. But yeah, you just put it here in the drill. As you can see, I've obviously used this a decent amount. And yeah, it takes that stuff right off. And I definitely would suggest doing it outside. There's a lot of dust and debris that comes from this eraser after, but it works awesome. If you don't have this, I mean, you can just use your fingers and pick it off. I've definitely done that, but it sucks. So yeah, this is all I use. I don't use any heat on it at all, because that's where I learned my lesson before. I had an 07 Ram before in the past, and when I was putting on the fender flares, you have to take off the Hemi emblem, and I was using a heat gun, did the one side, it worked perfect, was fine, but not thinking that the heat gun was already that much hotter. I must have used too much heat when I went to go do the other side, and when I went to pull the emblem off, it ended up pulling some of the paint with it. I got kind of lucky there because the fender flare covered most of it. But yeah, I learned my lesson there, and now I've done this a decent amount with fishing line, and it seems to work good. And yeah, it just takes a little bit of elbow grease and you'll get her off. So we'll get set up here and I'll show you how I do it. All right, guys, I just quickly rinsed off the truck, nothing real crazy. And yeah, we'll get started here. I'll just grab a bit of line here. And it definitely helps, like, it's decently warm out here today. Obviously you don't want to do this right in direct sunlight. Probably not the best thing for your paint if it was like cooking, but like, I mean, it's pretty cool. But when it's warmer out, obviously the glue is going to be a little softer, make it a little easier to get off. So I just take it, wrap it. I mean, if I was smart, I'd probably put some gloves on so it doesn't cut into your fingers as much. But yeah, I just pull it tight and then just work your way, basically sawing back and forth in behind the emblem, and it'll just kind of cut through that glue, or two-sided tape, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, just saw it back and forth. This one seems to be going good. Sometimes it'll get real sticky in there and definitely can break the fishing line a few times, but keep working your way through. And I usually obviously pull towards the emblem, not try the least amount of drag on the actual paint. And this one actually came off real easy. So there we go, got that one off, other than it's left a lot of the glue or tape on here, but like it feels, even just with my finger, you can see you can pick it off. But I will do it here with the drill and the eraser. I'm just going to quickly grab a rag just to wipe some of this, the water off and stuff. So now, yeah, we'll just use this eraser. One thing I would say is, if it's, you can tell, like, keep touching it, make sure it doesn't get too hot. I mean, it's obviously gonna get a bit warm from this running on it, but you don't want to get too hot. If anything's gonna screw your paint up, it would be that. So sometimes I'll just work on it and move, you know, from one side, then go work from the other way. So yeah, I'll give her a little try here. There we go. Came off that simple. Got a little bit of like left over here, the old, like, from dirt and grime sitting around where the emblem was, and it's almost, the other side's almost worse, but I don't know if it's from like the paint getting so hot that it's like the clear is almost kind of like had ran around the emblem or something. This one's not as bad, but the other side is. So I'll probably try clean this off, or if not, I do plan on fully detailing the truck here soon, so this will all easily get buffed out of the way. You'll never know it's there. So yeah, pretty simple that way. I mean, that's honestly probably one of the easiest ones I've done. Came off pretty simple. Sometimes you're gonna fight with it a bit more, but it definitely helps ton having this eraser thing. Works great because I have picked it off by hand before and it's no fun. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next ones. Maybe these next ones might be a bit more of a struggle here. Alright, so as you can see on that one there, that was a bit more of a struggle there. Broke the line quite a few times, but just keep grabbing a new piece, keep going. And one thing I never mentioned was, you know, as you're getting the emblem and you get it partway pulled off, you can almost start just pulling on it slowly, and it might just peel off, or at least help you keep getting the line back in behind it. As you could see also, I got a little too greedy, a little too aggressive there, and we snapped this one in half, but no big deal. They weren't going back on anyways, so we'll get this all cleaned off and get the rest of this off. Well, there you go, guys. Got it all off. Pretty simple task. As you can see, we had trouble with the Ram 2500 kind of emblem. Was the toughest one out of the three here, and then the trim that went along the bottom here, it peeled off like nothing thanks to good old Arizona sun, leaving that with not much tack left. And then the rubber wheel took it all off. Pretty simple, and yeah, definitely handy tool to have, and it works good. So I'll link that below if I can find it again. It should be pretty simple too. I hope this helped you guys out and make it a little simpler. I'm sure there's quite a few other ways to do this, and if you do have a better way, feel free to comment below and maybe we can try it out next time I have to do this. But yeah, like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll catch you on the next one.